Next question is it possible to design a rectangular mango grove whose length is twice its breadth and area is 800 meters square? If so, find its length and breadth. So it says about a rectangular mango grove. So shape is clearly mentioned here, rectangle. And the condition given is length is twice its breadth and area is 800 meters square. If so, find its length and breadth. So we need to find the length and breadth of the mango grove, which is rectangular in shape. So what we will do is, we will take the length as x and breadth as y. Okay, again, what's the first condition? Length is twice its breadth. Length, what we took as length x, so x, and is there. So instead of s, we can write equal to twice its breadth. Twice its breadth means double. That means 2 into breadth. The breadth we took as y, so it is 2 into y. This is our first equation. And the next sentence says area is 800 meters square. What is the area of a rectangle? Formula to find area of a rectangle is length into breadth, isn't it? And it is given as, area is given as 800 meters square. What is the length here? X. X into breadth is y. XY is given as 800 meters square. So put this as equation number 2. And what we are going to do is substitute 1 in 2. So instead of x, we can substitute y in equation 2. So instead of x, we are going to substitute y. So what we will get is 2y into y is equal to 800. That is 2y square minus 800 is equal to 0. Okay, we can divide throughout with the 2 to make the quadratic equation simple. So y square minus 400 is equal to 0. The question is not to solve for x and y. The first question is to check whether is it possible. So don't solve for y here. What we have to do is convert it into the standard form of a quadratic equation. How y variable is, y term is absent. So we can rewrite it as y square plus 0y minus 400 is equal to 0. If a question like this, is it possible to design so and so, what we have to do is frame the quadratic equation with the given condition and find b square minus 4ac. What is b square minus 4ac? Discriminant. If it is equal to 0 or if it is greater than 0, the answer is yes, it is possible. If the discriminant value is greater than 0 or is equal to 0, the answer is yes, it is possible. If you are getting discriminant as less than 0, the answer is no, it is not possible. So check for b square minus 4ac. What is b? The value of a is coefficient of y square, which is 1. Value of b is the coefficient of y, which is 0. And c is the constant of minus 400. So b square will be 0 square minus 4 into a is 1 into c is minus 400. That means we are getting minus 4 into minus 400 is 1600, which is greater than 0. Okay, so if we are getting b square minus 4ac greater than 0, condition is, or the answer is, therefore, yes, it is possible. That is the first part of the answer. Okay, again, one more question is there. If so means if it is possible, we have to find the length and breadth. So solve this quadratic equation. How we will solve the quadratic equation? We already found out b square minus 4ac. So better to apply the formula. What is the formula? Y is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a, that is equal to minus b. What is b? B is 0. So minus 0 plus or minus square root of, what is b square minus 4ac? B square minus 4ac is 1600 by 2 into 1. So 0 minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac is 1600 by 2 into 1. That's equal to 0. When added or subtracted will give you the value 0. So plus or minus root of 1600. Yesterday also I told when 2 0 comes inside the square root, when we take the square root, we will get only 1 0. Leaving the zeros, the term is 16. And what's the square root of 16? 4. So square root of 1600 will be 40. Divided by 2 into 1 is 2. So we are getting the answer as plus or minus 20. What was y? Y was the breadth. So we have to reject. So we are getting the value as 20 or as minus 20. But minus 20 must be rejected. Why? Because y was, the variable y we assigned it for breadth. Breadth cannot take a negative value. So we have to reject y as 20. So our value of y is, we have to reject value as minus 20. So our y is 20 meters. Again we have to find x. There is a connection with x and y. X is equal to 2 into y. So substituting here, x is equal to 2 into 20, which gives you 40 meter. Okay, therefore length of the rectangle is equal to 40 meter and breadth is equal to 20 meter.